Coming up tonight, Mueller's team is frustrated with the way Attorney General William Barr interpreted their report.
Oswego Mayor Billy Barlow endorses a candidate running for mayor of Fulton.
And new details are revealed in the autopsy of the driver of the Schoharie limousine crash.
WTOP 10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Jacob Manrow.
And I'm Caroline Evans.
Multiple sources have reported to CNN several investigators on special counsel Robert Mueller's team are frustrated over the way Attorney General William Barr summarized their findings in his letter to Congress. Some investigators on Mueller's team were not happy with Barr's summary, feeling he left out important information regarding President Trump's actions.
One of the sources has expressed frustration over the Justice Department in the way they shaped public perception of the report. The Department of Justice says in a statement every page in the report possibly contained information which should not be publicly released, and that Barr wrote the letter without trying to summarize the report. According to CNN, House Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler had called for the release of the Mueller summaries as soon as possible. Now let's take a quick look at weather with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Brittany Spacero.
Hi, thanks guys. Right now it is absolutely beautiful outside with no clouds or precipitation in our area, but it is just a tad bit chilly. Looking at current temperatures, we are sitting at about the mid to upper 30s here in Oswego, and looking at current satellite radar, there is no clouds in our area, but that is going to change as we move into overnight. For tonight, expect the lows to be around 27 degrees, and for that to move into tomorrow with precipitation and possibly some snow. But for now, I'm going to throw it back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Brittany. Councilor John Gosick Jr. announced on Thursday that he is running for a third term on the Oswego Common Council. Gosick says the city is moving in a positive direction but needs to do a better job at making strategic investments. Gosick says he also wishes to address downtown parking issues during his third term. Gosick represents the city's 5th ward, which runs from the west side of Oswego River to Route 104 and Johnson Road. The election will take place on November 5th.
Students from Cayuga Community College's Occupational Therapy Assistance Program met with Assemblyman Will Barclay to push for healthcare reforms. Christina Cacciola, David O'Brien, and Margaret Thorpe were just 3 students out of the 1,000 to participate in Advocacy Day in Albany. The students met with Assemblyman Barclay, where they discussed potential changes to the state's healthcare system, which includes reduction in insurance copays and increasing the budget for occupational therapy workers. O'Brien says he hopes more students to attend Advocacy Day in the future.
Mayor Billy Barlow has endorsed Deanna Michaels' candidacy for the mayor of Fulton. Deanna Michaels is a longtime Fulton resident running under the Republican ticket to be the city's next mayor. Mayor Barlow says her focus on economic development and private sector qualifications were the biggest reason for his endorsement. Barlow also says he's excited about partnering with Michaels to furthering the connection of cities Oswego and Fulton.
SUNY Oswego's Syracuse campus held a kickoff event to Quest Day on Tuesday. Our Jihad Yarbur was present to learn how this event makes an effort in the name of research and education.
With Oswego's Quest Day around the corner, the university's Syracuse campus got the ball rolling with the kickoff event, a night full of food, sweets, and student research. On April 2nd, the campus's graduate students took part in the program, which Dr. Kristen Eichhorn describes as a stepping stone to their personal growth.
So what we do in our both undergraduate and graduate programs is create a platform for students to understand how research is conducted, but also events like today give students the opportunity to practice their presentational skills. And one of the things that we're really proud of is that undergraduates can see a path to graduate education, and I think that that's really important in terms of their own academic growth.
Here in Clinton Square's atrium, the graduate students are presenting all of their hard work, presenting it to faculty members, staff, and other students, and also explaining the changes they hope to bring with their new discoveries.
I've been able to see just how well my students can actually show what they know, which is great to see, because I feel like a lot of people do have the sense that just because someone may learn differently that they don't know as much. So being able to see just how much progress my students can make using technology and learning about the technology, and then me being able to teach others about what is out there to help our students has been very beneficial. I've loved every process of it.
At 7 p.m., the event came to an end, and the students left to prepare to present their venues the next day. Reporting for WTOP 10 News, Jihad Yarber.
Dr. Eichhorn says that there were over 74 presentations held at this year's Quest. Emergency management officials across Oswego County and New York State have expressed concern over potential cuts in Medicaid. Emergency Medical Services Coordinator Renee Fox says EMS agencies have been hurt by reimbursement cuts and is calling their predicament a crisis situation. Governor Cuomo has proposed to make cuts to Medicaid in recent weeks, despite having room in the state's budget to reimburse emergency medical transport services. Fox says a lack of state aid could cause many municipal agencies to close their doors.
Police officers across the state will soon be required to report all uses of force to a public database. The new Use of Force database will require every law enforcement agent to submit a report every time an officer uses physical force. This allows information about an officer's use of force to be made available to the public. The Use of Force database will describe the time and location of the incident, but will not reveal the identities of any officers, suspects, or witnesses involved. The database will be available through the state website sometime next year.
According to unnamed sources, the driver of the limousine that crashed in Schoharie last October, killing 20 people, had a, quote, significant amount of marijuana in his system at the time of the crash. Neither the New York State Police nor the district attorney have disclosed the information about the driver's toxicology report or other details of their investigation. The sources say the toxicology report indicated the driver may have been a regular user of marijuana.
Coming up later tonight, a suspect has been arrested in relations to the rape of 12 women.
And Tim Ryan announces he will be running for president in 2020.
This is WTOP 10 Nightly News. We'll be right back.
Guys, I don't feel so good. Shouldn't have had that chili for lunch.
When you are in space, you can't run down to the store to buy parts. You have to improvise with what you have on your mission. Making is when there is something new that was not in existence at the beginning of the day. Okay. It's an incredible sense of accomplishment when you have made something. That's why I make. Now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Hello?
Josh, the stream's not working. We need you to fix it right now.
The stream's down? I'll be right there.
Hello and welcome back from the break. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Brittany Sparcino. Looking at today's highs, we're at 43 degrees, and we're way below average. We should be around 52 degrees. But with our record set back in 1950, we're at 78 degrees, but we won't be seeing that anytime soon. Looking at the current temperatures today, right now we are at 35 degrees in Oswego, 31 in Pulaski, 36 in Fairhaven, and zooming out into the rest of New York State, pretty much the same picture, but 32 down in Olean, 30 at Fulton, and 33 down at Syracuse. And moving ahead to the current winds, yesterday it was a totally different picture. We were gusting in the 30 and 40 mile per hour range, but right now we are quite calm, but we have 13 miles per hour in Oswego and 4 miles per hour in Pulaski. As you move inland, the winds are going to be much calmer as compared to yesterday. And looking at your current satellite and radar, not much in our area. The clouds will be moving in overnight, but with no precipitation, but that's going to be a completely different picture as we move into tomorrow. For your futurecast, for Friday at 1 in the morning, the clouds aren't going to be in our area, but moving ahead, the clouds are going to be pushing our area. And looking back into the west, in the western New York area, you can see there's some frozen mixed precipitation along with snow, and that is going to be moving into our area as we move in through tomorrow. And with Friday at 1 p.m., it is going to be here and is going to last throughout the day. And for your evening commute for Friday at 5 p.m., the mixed precipitation is going to be gone, but the rain is going to last, and it will be lasting throughout the night. So if you are going to go out, I would suggest bring a jacket or umbrella with you in case the rain does keep staying in our area. And around Friday at 11, we are going to be mostly clear, but the rain could be pushing through. And for your Saturday, absolutely beautiful. The clouds will be dissipating and bringing us clear and sunny skies. So for tonight, we are going to have those increasing clouds with a low of 27 degrees and your wind west of 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, we are unfortunately going to see that wintry mix with a high of 43 degrees and a southeast wind of 10 to 15 miles per hour. And for tomorrow night, that wintry mix is going to be moving into showers with a low of 39 degrees. And for your 7-day forecast, we are going to see the snow, but that is going to be gone for your Saturday and into your Sunday. And we are going to have a brief warm-up ahead into the mid to upper 50s, but that unfortunately is not going to last. But for your Tuesday and Wednesday, we are going to see plenty of sunshine. But moving into Thursday, we are going to unfortunately see that snow again. Coming up after the break, more news and sports. You're watching WTOP 10 Nightly News.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion. Learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
It's back and better than ever. One student can win up to $25 in cash. All on Oswego's favorite game show, Spin to Win! Every Sunday night at 9, only on WTOP 10 TV.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. A man has been arrested in connection to the rape of 12 women and teenage girls in South Carolina. Between 1995 and 2003, Gregory Howard Fry assaulted the 12 victims aged 14 to 51 in their apartment buildings. A recent preview of DNA analysis is what linked Fry to the crimes. Fry has been charged with 1 count of burglary, first-degree kidnapping, and criminal sexual conduct in connection with one of the assaults, but additional charges are pending.
A boy has come forward to police telling them he is a 14-year-old who has been held by kidnappers for 7 years. Reed Binion has the latest.
We never stopped looking for him, thinking about him, and that we love him, and we'll do everything to get him back to a good life.
Aurora, Illinois, May 11th, 2011. This is one of the last times anyone who knew 6-year-old Timothy Pitson had seen him alive. His mother reportedly killed herself days later. Now police say a boy has come forward saying his name is Timothy Pitson. He told police he had escaped from kidnappers and run from a Red Roof Inn across a bridge from Ohio into Kentucky. Police have not confirmed the boy's story or his identity.
He looked like he had been beat up, yes, punched in the face a couple of times. You could see the fear on him and how nervous he was.
The teen described his kidnappers as 2 white men with bodybuilder-type builds. One has a spiderweb tattoo on his neck. The other has a snake tattoo on his arms. They may be driving a Ford SUV with Wisconsin plates.
We know the description of their vehicle and what at least one of them looked like, so we'll definitely be keeping an eye out for that.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Officials with the Newport Police Department say they are working to confirm the teen's identity and his claims. FBI Louisville and FBI Cincinnati are actively coordinating with the Newport Police Department, Cincinnati Police Department, Hamilton County Sheriff's Office, and Aurora, Illinois Police Department on the investigation.
The almost bankrupt company Sears has announced 3 newer and much smaller size stores called Sears Home and Life. The 133-year-old brand plans to open these stores in Anchorage, Alaska, Overland Park, Kansas, and Lafayette, Louisiana at the end of May. Sears has stated that these stores will not carry apparel, but will focus on home goods like appliances and mattresses. The company has not disclosed if it plans to open any more stores in the future.
Ohio Democratic Representative Tim Ryan has announced his candidacy for presidency in the 2020 election. Ryan has stated he is not concerned about being tagged more moderate than other candidates. He argues his candidacy is an attempt to bring back working-class voters who have drifted away from the Democratic Party. The congressman of almost 20 years plans to kick off his campaign with a rally in Youngstown, Ohio this Saturday and brings back hope for the American dream.
Police in Uganda are searching for an armed gang who kidnapped an American tourist and her driver at gunpoint. After they demanded a $500,000 ransom Tuesday night, the abductors called the lodge the victims were staying in with their cell phones and asked for the ransom. Police are intensifying the hunt for the abductors instead of offering the ransom and have closed the borders near where the victims were abducted.
An Australian man is in court for carrying out the worst mass shooting in New Zealand history. 28-year-old Brenton Tarrant was charged with 50 counts of murder and 39 counts of attempted murder during the Christchurch Mosque mass shooting. Tarrant was not required to enter a plea and will return to court on June 14th after he completes a court-ordered mental health assessment. Tarrant was arrested 21 minutes after the first emergency calls. The heads of national intelligence say they are gravely concerned about President Trump's safety at his Mar-a-Lago resort after a Chinese national carrying suspicious electronics was caught illegally entering the president's vacation home. Meredith Wood has the latest.
We do have profound concerns about the security protocols that are being followed or not followed by the president and his family.
House Intelligence Chairman Adam Schiff is asking the heads of the FBI, Secret Service, and Director of National Intelligence for a briefing on Chinese national Yu Jingzhong, who was arrested after Secret Service agents say she illegally entered the president's Mar-a-Lago resort. Agents say she was carrying 2 Chinese passports, multiple electronic devices, and a thumb drive containing malware.
A lot of people refer to Mar-a-Lago as the winter White House. It's not the White House. It's not a government facility. It's a private commercial entity.
If guests are coming and the interest is to maximize the number of guests and there's no or inadequate vetting of those guests, then it's a problem.
The FBI has begun investigating the security breach as a possible espionage effort. But President Trump says he's not concerned about the incident and praises the Secret Service.
No, I think that was just a fluke situation, and she's now suffering the consequences of whatever it is she had in mind.
I'm Meredith Wood reporting.
Zhang could face up to 6 years in prison if convicted. Federal prosecutors are considering her an extreme flight risk because she has no ties to the U.S. or the Mar-a-Lago area.
Coming up in sports, Nick Ketter.
Nick, can you give us a quick preview?
I sure can. Tonight, I'll preview Oswego State baseball and softball Saturday doubleheaders. And could the Mets stay hot in their home opener? Stay tuned. Sports is next.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
What do you want to say? Anyone that wants to.
There is no typical firefighter.
Pretty good today, pretty good.
Yeah, I thought we called a pretty fair game.
Come on, man, that was a weak call.
Yeah, man, that ref is totally soft.
You might not know everyone in your community, but if you did, you'd see that people in recovery from mental and substance use disorders are all around. Reach out for support and begin your recovery journey. Join the Voices for Recovery. Strengthen families and communities.
For confidential information on mental and substance use disorders, including prevention and treatment referrals for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Nick Ketter, and this is your sports update. Baseball season is just getting underway, and the Oswego State baseball team is rolling. The Lakers look to carry momentum into a doubleheader against St. John Fisher College this Saturday. The Lakers go into the series at 13-6. In their last game, the Lakers picked up an impressive 24-7 win against St. Lawrence. St. John Fisher is also having a great season. At 12-7, the Cardinals look to pose a tough challenge for the Lakers. First game of the doubleheader is Saturday at 12:30 p.m. in Pittsford, New York. Staying on the diamond, the Oswego State Lakers softball team also has a doubleheader this Saturday versus New Paltz in a conference matchup. The Lakers look to get back in the win column as they have a 5-11 record. The Hawks, on the other hand, have been a tough team to conquer this year. They are fresh off a 5-1 win over Mount St. Mary's, which improved their record to 14-5. The first two games are scheduled for Saturday at noon at the Lakers softball field. Moving over to basketball, this weekend's NCAA men's basketball tournament heads to Minnesota for its last 3 games. The Final Four teams are in action Saturday when the number 5 Auburn Tigers look to upset yet another 1 seed as they take on the final 1 seed remaining in the tournament, the Virginia Cavaliers. Following that game, arguably the most underrated team in the tournament, the number 3 Texas Tech goes up against the 2nd seeded Michigan State Spartans. The first game tips off at 6:09 p.m. and the second game will follow. Back to the baseball diamond, the New York Yankees season has not gone to plan so far thanks to injuries. Shortstop Troy Tulowitzki's name was added to a laundry list of injuries that includes names like Stanton, Gregorius, and Andujar, to name a few. In response, the Yankees called up the 19th ranked prospect in baseball, infielder Thairo Estrada from Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Estrada will shore up the infield and bring a .286 batting average to the lineup. The Yankees got back in the win column today with an 8-4 win over Baltimore. Well, to the other MLB team in New York, the Mets look to, after a big night from Jacob DeGrom, the Mets look to open up the season with a win. Starting off, Syndergaard cannot pitch around Wilmer Defoe's bunt, scoring Soto, putting the Nationals up 1-0. Noah Syndergaard still on the mound in the 6th. He's looking to keep runs off the board here, but Victor Robles, he has other ideas. He says, you know what, I'm going to send it 382 feet the other way and touch all the bases for the second time this season. That solo shot for Robles puts the Nationals up 2-0 as he hits the plate there. That was a nice one. In the 7th, former Syracuse Chief Steven Strasburg, he had a great day today, striking out Wilson Ramos there. That was one of his 9 strikeouts on the day. He only allowed 3 hits, only walked 1. And in the 9th, Wilmer Defoe adds an insurance run here with this base hit. He drops it in and scores Soto again. And the Nationals would stay at the score 4-0 and win, and improve to 3-3 this year, beating the Mets.
Wow, this is really great. What are we looking at here in terms of Oswego sports? You know, springtime's coming up. Coming out, we can see the sun. What are we looking at?
Well, we got a great baseball season, great softball season coming up. The 2 doubleheaders this weekend. It's going to be nice to get the Oswego Lakers baseball team back on their home field. I know they've had some games postponed because of the weather.
Burrito lovers are having a ball. It's National Burrito Day, and restaurants like Chipotle, Moe's, Del Taco, and more are featuring tasty specials to celebrate. National Burrito Day is observed every year on the first Thursday in April.
You can set up your own burrito bar at home or go out and enjoy one that's foolproof. Even burritos in a bowl are hugely popular. Be sure to add some chips and salsa to make it even better. So guys, what are your favorite burritos?
I'm just a simple guy. I like some cheese, sour cream, stuff like that. Sounds good to me.
I actually don't like burritos, to be honest with you.
I do have to say, when I go to Moe's, I get everything, every single thing I can get on it. You know, I give her a hard time about making it, but it's always so good.
Yeah, I have to agree with Nick. I just like meat, cheese, even some sour cream. But stepping away from burritos, how about that weather?
Well, unfortunately, we are going to see some snow tomorrow, but it's not going to accumulate anytime soon. But moving into the weekend, we are going to have a brief warm-up, and it is going to be nice, so I would take advantage of that because it's not going to last anytime soon. Moving into Monday, we are going to see those showers, but Tuesday, Wednesday, we are going to have the sunshine. But unfortunately, for next Thursday, that rain is going to be mixed with snow again. So.
I mean, I thought the weather was just getting to be nice, and now it's coming back.
Nope, not yet.
That's our report for tonight. Be sure to stay tuned and be back at 10.
Thank you for watching. Have a great night, everyone.
Hey, President Stanley, what's your favorite television station?
I don't know. Hey, guys, what do you think?
Guys, I don't feel so good. Shouldn't have had that chili lunch.
The second I got on the campus, I knew Oswego was the place to go.
There's a place for everybody at Oswego.
This school just opens the world to you. Have the opportunity to explore and to learn so many different things, not only about yourself, but people around you and the world.
It definitely is about the student. I felt it to be very about me. Now that I'm here, I can't imagine myself anywhere else.
How do we afford all this?